Alright, so, Divest and I were, my fucking throat hurts because I've been talking all night already. And I've been fucking drinking alcohol, and like smoking too, so that also doesn't help. But, fucking scratchy, dude. I hope I'm not getting sick. I think it is just talking too much. But Divest and I were thinking, because you know how there's those OnlyFans thoughts and like Fansly and all that stuff, where these girls go and they like charge money so you can see like porno of them and stuff like that, and like these sad cam shows and stuff. Divest and I were thinking that that's a huge scam, because like you're not getting what you're not getting like the amount of money that you are really worth, or that you're really paying. Like you're not getting the amount of sex that money would really entail in the economy, and it's just because of poor like consumer decisions. And so that kind of stuff is actually like regulated and illegal in a lot of contexts. In like other industries, if someone rips you off and they charge you way more than they really should, now the law hasn't caught up in a lot of places, but one example I was thinking of is if you have like what's called home improvement fraud. So like let's say you've got an old person with dementia or something like that, and you go up to them and you're like, hey, if you give me some money, I'll go and fix that pothole in your driveway. And then you go and you charge them like $7,000 or something like that, when it's really only like a $100 job. The police can go and arrest you for that because you're stealing from them, because like there's no reasonable way that a person of sound mind would have given you that amount of money for the amount of work you did. So you just exploited the fact that they didn't know shit from Shiola to basically steal their money and rip them off. And we're thinking that like OnlyFans girls should be treated the same way. So basically, there should be like certain like standards that they have to meet with the amount of money you give them. And then also the other thing is, because one of the guys we were thinking about who does this, Divest went to high school with him or something out in California, and this guy, he's like sending $500 a month, so that he's sending $500 a month to this girl, and he's like, oh, this is my girlfriend, but she won't meet him in private, and she lives like 12 hours away, so he like mails her gifts to a P.O. box because she won't give him her address. So we don't think, so it's like 99% sure that this is some fucking Thot that's ripping him off. But it's like, it's definitely because he is emotionally vulnerable. He sort of fell for this scam. And then the other thing is, she's probably already got a boyfriend, and so he's going around and describing himself as this girl's boyfriend when she's already got a boyfriend and she doesn't see him that way. But I'm sure she's never gone and corrected him about that because she doesn't want to lose his money. And that's the other thing, is they're just lying to him. So that you've got this like emotionally, like basically retarded, emotionally retarded guy who doesn't know how to think about this stuff. He doesn't know how to process his emotions. He's got this parasocial relationship with this Thot, and he's sending her $500 a month, and the most he's getting out of it is like videos of her masturbating with a bad dragon dildo. And so we think that because like if he went, and even if he is like completely incapable, which it's like, the only reason incels exist is because they have like serious emotional problems. I've already talked about that before. Like, if you don't have the emotional problems, then sex is so easy to get. There are so many fucking sluts out there. There are so many women that want casual sex. It is ridiculous. I am like a very mediocre dude, and I get pussy all the time because it's so fucking easy. And I think a lot of that is because there are so many men who are just like completely non-functional, that these women can't get their fucking clam jammed as much as they'd like, so they settle for other guys like me. Because I actually have a fucking personality. But, yeah, so this guy, like, and that's got to be their entire audience, because, like, who is gonna, of these, like, OnlyFans thoughts, because, like, anyone who is, like, desperate enough for sex to pay for it, is gonna, like, go and pick up a escort or a hooker, or they're, you know, if they want to, like, if they really want to go all out, they'll go to a country with, like, easy sex, or, like, cheap sex tourism, like Thailand or something, and they'll, you know, you'll get laid so many times doing that. And then anyone who just wanted the porn, they're not going to pay money for porn because there's so much fucking free porn on the internet. So the only people that are going to appeal to an OnlyFans thought is a like parasocial loser, like someone who's into like VTubers or like Japanese idols or something like that. Just like a parasocial loser who has an unhealthy relationship. So I'm pretty sure, like we're pretty sure that this sort of relationship between a beta male and a thought is the rule rather than the exception. And so they're probably all doing this. So we just need to treat it where there's like some sort of regulations with sex work where you get what you pay for, rather than, you know, paying exorbitant amounts of money to these women who don't give you jack shit for it. Because like if this dude was in Nevada or something, well, he could drive to Nevada. It's not that far away. He's in Southern California. He could drive to Nevada and pick up for like $500. He could go once a month, and he could pick up an escort and blow her brains out, or fuck her brains out, like one night a month or something like that for the amount of money he's giving to this bitch, and he's getting nothing for it really, except like he's deluding himself, and you know, he's just throwing himself into a deeper cycle of depression. But at least the other way, he wouldn't be a virgin anymore, at least, you know, and he'd have some experience if he ever got off his ass and tried interacting with a woman in real life. But he's just losing his money at this point, and he's probably like super depressed and stuff because I don't know. But yeah, so just like we need to have some sort of system to like regulate thoughts. And then the other thing was, I went totally off topic here, but the other thing was, she's definitely got a boyfriend. These OnlyFans thoughts should have to say outright, it's like, I don't love you, I'm in this for the money, you know, I'm a fucked up individual, and I have a boyfriend already. I don't love you, I'll never love you, I think you're a loser, a fat, smelly loser, and I want you to pay me more money. And, you know, they need to be honest about that, like in the same way that like they make you write on cigarette cartons that cigarettes are bad for you, you know, something like that. So, and I think that would shatter the illusion for a lot of them, and it'd make them a lot healthier. And then, you know, maybe OnlyFans would work if you have like some weirdos who are like really into a certain celebrity or something, and they're like, oh, I really liked it when you were like acting in this movie. I'd love to see you have sex with a bad dragon dildo for, you know, $200 or whatever. Because like celebrities are gonna get that shit no matter what. Oh, security cameras just went down. I hope we're not getting robbed.